Kia ora, Helen Brahms from Cruise Planners here, coming to you with another Facebook Live. Today we're going to talk about staycations. What are they? Why should you do them? And basically, what are they and why should you do them? A staycation is something that you do when you don't want to go away, but you want to break from the routine. You know, your standard routine, you get up, you go to work, you come home, you might play with the kids, you have the evening meal, you go to bed, that's it. This is something different. It's getting out and about in your local area, finding out what is there, being a tourist for a weekend. So it could be something as simple as, one of my things is Staycation Challenge. So here's the Staycation Challenge. It is turn your house into your hotel for the weekend. You're not allowed to go online unless it is to find directions, or it could be an app for the place that you're going to go and visit. So reduced online presence, finding things around the area that are free or that are less than $10 or spending less than $10 per person per day. Now that could be a challenge, but I also like looking at things too in a different way as well. So when you're like, for example, we live here in San Diego and we're getting to know San Diego very well. When you have a grandson, you start finding these little places to go to and really cool things to do. But not only that, a lot of places will actually offer things like annual passes. And sometimes the annual passes, if you use them a lot, work out to be really, really cheap. For example, we have annual passes for the San Diego Zoo that also include the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. So, and with the membership for that, we also get free parking at the Safari Park as well. And I mean, we've had the membership going for a while, and so far in the last 3 or 4 months, we've been 4 times. In fact, we went twice in the last 2 weeks. But it's great because we can go in and maybe we only have an hour to spend at the zoo with him. And, you know, we just wander around, look at the monkeys. He likes the monkeys. We looked at the elephants, we've seen the giraffes, and he just has a great time just looking at these different animals and just absorbing it. But it's really cool because you get to see something through the eyes of a child. And he's only 20 months old, so things fascinate him and you get a lot of wows and whoas and that sort of thing too, and it's really cool. Plus too, they also send you this really cool magazine which gives you all things that are coming up, activities that are coming up that you may be interested in as well. So that's one thing that you could look at. Just take a day off, go to the zoo. Having your own business and stuff, you can be a little flexible on your hours, and it could be, let's just take the day off and go to the zoo. Why not? Something different to do. Now, here's something I learned about San Diego in Balboa Park. Balboa Park is fascinating. That's where the zoo is located. But not only that, I got this handy dandy little map one time, and you can see it looks pretty busy. But did you know there's 17 different museums within Balboa Park alone? I'm just like, whoa. And when you look at this map, the entrance to the zoo is up here. So the zoo comes all the way up back here. So this is the rest of the park that you can see. And there's 17 different museums. They've got an art and space museum. They have the Hall of Champions Sports Museum. They've got, what was the other one we're going to do? The Science Museum, a very interactive place for kids. Natural History Museum. They have a miniature railroad museum. Jeepers. Lots of different places that you can take the kids. But you don't have to be a kid to go. You can always be a big kid at heart. I like being a big kid at heart. Also too, check out your visitor center. What information do they have? I know that when we go to the visitor center, you get these handy dandy like little maps that are a discovery map that you can go and have a look, and it shows you different things to see and do around your local city. You could also pick up the little booklets that look something like these, out and about. This one was Out and About, the Local Guide to San Diego County, 325 plus fun family adventures. This was their put out by San Diego Family, the 18th annual booklet on things that you can do with the family. So something like this, if your local visitor center has something like this, you can grab that. This one is just for everybody. It's just a passport to San Diego, and you can go in there and find different things to do, whether you are by yourself, whether you're a couple, whether you're a family, all sorts of cool things. The other thing that I like too is that there's some cities have magazines. Like San Diego has the one that's just called San Diego, and this one here is Secret San Diego, and this is actually the September edition. I haven't read this one yet. But this one here looks at different places around San Diego that you can go that you may not have known were there. And I love places like that because now, this has got hidden caves, speakeasies, secluded trails, off-menu items, and more. So that's going to be an interesting read. But there's different things that you can do. So look around places like that. Some areas have in their local newspapers, like I know when we're living in DC, the Washington Post every Friday would have a like what's happening section about stuff that was coming up over the weekend and things, what activities were on, what major events are on in the area that may cause traffic problems. So you need to keep an eye on those sorts of things too, so you can plan out your ideas and stuff. But get the kids involved beforehand. If you're going to do a staycation for the family, get the kids involved, get everybody researching, hey, what's coming up, what can we do, what are we interested in? And then do something like get a bowl or a hat or a jar. You have everybody write their ideas down, put them in there, and then every now and again just go into it, pull one out, this is the activity we're going to do today. Stuff like that. The weather may not be the greatest, it may not be cooperating. Okay, is it an indoor activity or an outdoor activity? Maybe you could have 2 jars, indoor, outdoor, and do it that way. So if it's raining, you go pick one out of the indoor activity. If it's a beautiful, gorgeous sunny day, let's go pick one out of the outdoor one. Even if you're in some of the places that get snow, maybe skiing's on the agenda. What's in the outdoor one that we can do during the winter time? Maybe go and make an igloo in the front yard, or make a snowman, or let's go somewhere and make snow angels. Let's go up to the hill up the road there and go sledding down the hill. Lots of fun things that you can do. There's lots of different activities you can do. So break the pattern. Get out of the house. If you haven't got time for a vacation, a staycation is a great way. So how staycations work? Like I said, turn your house into the hotel for the weekend. Go out there and just every day you walk out the door and you go do something different. Take a picnic lunch with you if you want to. Pack snacks and drinks in the car and have them in the cooler in the car for when you're out and about. And then just go find things to do. Plan it up beforehand. Or you can just say, let's just go down the street and see, let's just hop in the car and go for a drive and see what we find along the way. You can discover some great things just getting in the car and doing what we call tiki touring. And tiki touring is you're lost, or actually you really are lost and you've got no idea where you're going. But I use that term a lot. When I go on a tiki tour, it basically means I took a wrong turn. I know I took a wrong turn, but that's okay. We'll eventually get back to somewhere that I know. But let's go explore this way anyway. I remember back east I used to do that when we had the kids in the car and I'd be driving and I'd turn down somewhere and the kids would go, where are you going? Oh, I'm just going to go see what's down here. And I'm like thinking, where the hell am I? How do I get out of here? But as far as the kids know, we're taking a tiki tour. They soon learnt that meant Helen took a wrong turn. We're lost. We've got no idea where she's got no idea where she's going. But we're along for the ride anyway, so we might as well enjoy it. But you can find some great things doing things that way too. But you can also find some great things too by planning stuff in advance, and maybe do a surprise weekend for the kids, or a surprise weekend for your spouse or your partner. Find something different that you can do. Let's do a staycation weekend. Start off with breakfast in bed or something and say, hey, we're going to go do this stuff today. You never know what you can come up with. You can come up with some great ideas. And we would love to hear some of your ideas for the area that you live in. What are some great places to go and visit? If I was to come and knock on your door today and say, show me your town or your area, what would be the top 3 things that you would show me? Leave it in the comments below because I would love to find out. So that's it. Take a staycation, go discover your city, be a tourist in your city. Find those things that you love, those things that you don't love so much, and let's hear about them. Have a great day and enjoy. Hei konera.